Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Weedy in the Butt. I'm kidding. This is the More podcast. How's everybody doing out there? Thank you so much for all the support the last couple episodes. Me, Nick, and Joe really appreciate it. But enough of that. Let's get right into it, folks, with the More podcast. Introducing Nicholas Manus and Joseph Morales.
What?
What's going on, fellas? What's up, man? What's going on?
I feel
Yeah,
good,
what's
man.
happening?
Actually, I'd like to start off this episode on a little bit more of a serious note, if that's all right with you guys.
Yeah, let's do it.
So, as you guys already know, over the past weekend, my scooter was stolen. My only mode of transportation. I bought this scooter here in South Florida, and I sold my car. So this was it. This was my main thing. This is my ride. That was my baby. And It's been stolen. I came out of work one day and it was gone. So I just want to talk a little bit about karmic debt and those type of things because I have stolen before, not from like friends or like a small business or anything like that, but from like big corporations, like just food. Really, I steal food. It's never anything of like really big importance, And so, as much as my scooter getting stolen isn't my fault, also I have accumulated some karmic debt. I heard something one day that said, if you go into a grocery or, if you go into a gas station and steal a $2 pack of gum, you're going to end up paying two times more than the original price of that candy bar or pack of gum that you stole because of the karmic debt that entails. You know what I mean? And so I've just kind of been going through that a little bit, and this has been really stressful, and it has put me in a difficult spot recently, as of late. But I'm maintaining a really good positive energy about it, and realizing that sometimes you have to lose something to open up the space to receive something. So I'm just trying to kind of stay on the more positive aspect of my only mode of transportation being stolen and this difficult time. But I guess what I'm saying is, for everybody out there thinking about stealing or who has stolen before or whatever it may be, you don't want to steal at all, but you don't want to steal not because, it just sucks to others, not because it's a shitty thing to do to other people, because you have no clue where you're leaving them in life. You have no clue if that was everything that their money was in. You have no clue if, how important that thing was to them. But also, for the sake of your own karma, you don't want to steal. You don't want to add that baggage that you're someday going to have to repay. And I kind of had to learn that the hard way, although I was stealing food from a big corporation that probably didn't blink twice, but I had to repay for that in the long run. And that's kind of what I'm having to come to terms with recently.
I think no matter how big the thing too, like it's like you say, like, oh, it was probably a little thing to that big corporation, but like that energy that you carry with you after, like that, like sticks with you in its way, even if it's subconscious. You know what I mean? Like you went in there and did that bad thing. You know what I mean? And so like that will manifest into a karmic thing from the world.
And right from wrong at the end of the day, when you're an adult and you steal something, like that's wrong to do. So really what goes around comes around.
Yeah, so it's been a little bit difficult for me, but
and here's the thing too, like I always remember, like even like the highest highs you have, like when you're like, feeling so good about life and everything like that, like there are gonna be times, you know what I mean, even when it's just random, that you just feel weird, you know what I mean? And so like not only on top of that, like what happened to you, someone stole your thing, something out of control of yours, just happened, you know what I mean? So it's just like, how are you going to respond? You know what I mean? That's the thing too, is like bouncing back from it, you know what I mean?
Exactly, yeah, and that's what I've been focusing on the most, is like not letting this totally destroy my confidence, my momentum that I've been gaining in life, all the really good confidence or the momentum I've been gaining, all of these things. I'm doing my best to not let it affect me in a negative way and kind of get me in a rut. Just because a shitty thing happens to you doesn't mean you have to let it define you. It's really all comes down to my old hockey coach, Sean Moyer, shout out. He always used to tell us, it's okay to fall down, but you've got to get back up. You got to get up fast too. You know what I mean? You don't want to lay there in the game of hockey, which is a very fast sport. You got to get up fast. You know what I mean? You can't just lay there and feel sorry for yourself or be down on yourself for those type of things. You got to put some pep in that step. You know what I'm saying?
Somebody gets leveled on the ice and you're like, get up, get up. And the kid's like, oh.
Like Peter Griffin. Fucked up like Peter Griffin.
He's like Morty in the first episode of Rick and Morty when he jumps off that cliff, but the shoes aren't on.
Yeah, and
then Rick is like, I'll be right back, and then he's just like there like twitching for like 30 seconds. Like they like focus it in on him just doing that.
Are you saying that because after our conversation last episode, you went back and watched Rick and Morty?
No, I didn't. But I just
didn't. Oh.
I just I thought it was it would resonate with the topic at hand.
No, it did. It did.
Jesus, you guys are silly. Hey, so what's up, guys? Who won fantasy last week? Talk to me.
I got the dub. I got the heavy.
What was the score of yours, Nick? By the way, how much was your dub? Let me hear it.
142 to 95.
Oh my goodness, you killed that, man. Yeah. I got the dub actually as well. I got it by 1 point, and my whole team was depending on DK Metcalf, and he pulled through just for that 1 point, and I was victorious. Ryan,
I lost.
How bad?
Sorry, I'm just trying to pull up a video right now that it has something to do with something later, but I got 110 points and I lost to my opponent got 129. So I lost by 19. There were a couple of moves I could have made. I left a couple points on the bench, but for the first week of the season, I don't really know what to expect from some of my guys, as in, you guys are very avid football watchers. I'm kind of getting back into it. I've been watching the recommended videos on my little fantasy app. Hey, you guys better watch out. I'm getting my knowledge up. Okay.
And in September too, teams are like performing, I wouldn't say like a higher level because like mid-season, like end of season, you're like on your game. You know what I mean? But like,
yeah,
they got a lot of energy coming in, and so like some players that wouldn't do good during the actual season are good now. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and it's for me, it's understanding my players. It's knowing kind of the tendencies some of my players have. Which in the first week, I mean, it's kind of just going in blind. I'm like, I have no clue. So I made a couple moves on the waiver wire. I got Julio Jones because Chris Godwin's having a hamstring problem. So Julio's the guy right under him on the Tampa Bay roster. Yeah, he looked really good. I got Curtis Samuel as well. He had a big game for Washington. They're saying he could be a big time factor over on that football team out that way. You know what I'm saying? So, I made a couple of moves. Usually I'm not a big trade guy, and I sent a couple of trades out. Both declined. So I'm trying. Yeah, I'm trying.
Hey, so when I was watching that game on Monday night, who were the Ryan, or maybe it was on Sunday night, you like had there were two receivers. One was for the other team and one was on your team.
It was actually Monday night, Broncos versus.
Okay, yeah, that's right. It was
Seahawks.
Sutton and
Jerry Jeudy. And I had Sutton. They had Jerry Jeudy, and Jerry Jeudy was going off.
He went crazy.
I saw Russell Wilson throw like a 30, 40-yard touchdown to him, and I'm like, Joe, Ryan, right now. He's hurt.
Yeah. Yeah, but it's okay. Like I said, it's first week. I've got no problem with it. And what I don't know about you guys, but I'm really looking at the standings. I'm like, where do I need to be to set myself up to win this league and get that $200 at the end of the day? So, yeah, I'm doing some hardcore research, and I'll tell you what, I don't know if you guys are opening up the ESPN app where our league is located, but there's a ton more numbers and information there than there is just on the the mobile app. So just something to look forward to.
I do every day.
Every day.
Every day. You think I want to just lose $200? Very crazy.
Well, technically you're only losing 20, but
I'm in the middle of
in there.
I'm in the middle of choosing whether I need to play Najee Harris because he's got like a foot injury, but he's saying like they're saying he's good. But I guess on the field it looked like he was in really bad pain. You know what I mean? And so so like he's like, oh, I'm good, I'm playing, and they're like, he's good. But like, is he gonna get carries though? You know what I mean? Like, is he gonna play if he plays? You know, so I'm between him and AJ Dillon for Green Bay, and Green Bay's playing Chicago, and Pittsburgh is playing. I forget who Pittsburgh's playing next week, but
it's tough. But I have
I think they're playing the Jets actually.
No, the Browns are playing the Jets.
The Browns are playing the Jets.
I have the
Are they
other
playing
running
the
back.
Ravens?
I have the
No.
other running back for the Packers. The other
Yeah, the other one.
Gibson.
No, I know who you're
Jones.
talking.
Jones.
Is it? No, yeah,
Jones.
you're right. Aaron Jones.
and
Aaron
I mean Dylan got a lot of the workload last game. So I took Jones at a high draft pick. So I've kind of been looking at the teams around our league that need running backs and trying to kind of bless someone with a high valued running back where I'm looking for more of a wide receiver. So maybe we could do some business, Joe.
Call me.
Enough on the fantasy football for right now. We can get back into it because obviously we've got a game that we're all going to be watching after this podcast, which is going to be very exciting. But I kind of wanted to talk about all these subscription services. I mean, now you have Hulu Plus, you have NFL Plus, you have Disney Plus. What is all this shit, and where does it end? Because can we get a little bit of originality here? Can we get a company being original, than just
right? Like it's all
plus behind their name?
plus. Wait, what about? Can we do minus? Can we do minus?
Well, that doesn't sell. If you're a marketing person and you're like, here's NFL minus, you just get to see the logo.
You get nothing.
What if it's like NFL minus the bullshit? You know what I mean? No commercials. No.
You just get voiceovers.
You tell them what team you're rooting for, and you don't see any bad highlights from that team. You just see all of their good highlights, like live in game.
And then at the end of the game, it just says lost 30-3 or something like that. And they're like, oh yeah, the highlights they showed, they never scored a touchdown.
They're like, but tried really hard.
Yeah.
Better luck next time, champs.
Yeah.
But back to the Plus. I think Disney Plus is the shit. I only think Disney Plus is the shit because it has everything from the classics to everything brand new now, and it has Marvel on there, which, not that cool to me. Star Wars also really not that cool to me. And
wow,
National
those
Geographic.
Hold on. That's Disney Plus's two biggest things, and Joe's like, I love Disney Plus. They got everything.
Yeah,
the
literally.
things they got, fuck them.
Dude,
No, man, but I like National Geographic.
Marvel and Star Wars are the shit, though. Like, both of those things are actually the shit.
I mean, Marvel, yeah. I could see, yeah, Marvel's cool.
But you never even watched Star Wars, though. You never even seen it.
And I stand on that. I will never watch it. So whoever's
right.
watching this podcast and disagreeing with me, you know where I live and come get the knucks. Nick runs in there with it and start beating me with his
The thing is,
lightsaber.
right now, if everyone watching the podcast guessed without knowing who the biggest Star Wars fan here is, right now, just looking at this, it would be you.
He does look like he's in the Death Star, doesn't he? He looks like he's like sitting in the Death Star.
That's what I'm saying, like a red LED.
Yeah.
I don't
But
know,
no,
man. You have dragons and stuff behind you. They might.
Yeah, because there's a ton of dragons in Star Wars.
I will say, Joe, I like your color selection compared to Nick's last episode. The bright green, it was very bright, a little distracting. No, the red really, I mean, it looks good. I mean, and the angle on which on that little tapestry there, it's nice. I like it. It's visually pleasing.
It does look good.
That's wild spun.
In other news, did you guys see the video of Jacksonville, Florida Chick-fil-A employee?
Pull it up.
You haven't seen this?
Please.
I've not seen it.
So essentially, this guy was attempting to carjack a woman and her child. He was trying to steal the car with the child in there, right?
I've seen it. No, I know.
And the Chick-fil-A employee runs over and tackles this guy and puts him in a perfect headlock. And let's take a look at the footage here, because I want to kind of break it down, because this is some really good stuff here.
I feel like we're all ridiculousness.
Oh wow, look, more videos. Interesting. Look at this. Okay, so right here, look, watch how he stands up. Boom, instantly to the neck.
Wow.
Instantly to the neck, dude. And that
He
is what I'm
locked
talking
quick.
about. He did too. Let's run it
locked.
back. Let's run it back a little bit. So right here, I'm thinking the Chick-fil-A guy's fucked. You know what I'm saying? Look at him here.
Yeah.
The guy's up on his hips. He's got him in a body lock. The Chick-fil-A guy doesn't have much leverage here. If anything, the guy could be biting his nipples, doing a lot of different stuff down there. And now watch as the separation happens. This is what we call the 50-50s, and the Chick-fil-A guy won it. Let's go. Right here. Jump up, bang.
Boom.
Did he hit him with a knee, or did he hit him with his hand?
No, he just locked him quick.
Yeah, he just grabbed right around his neck. And then the reinforcements come in.
Because that's the thing, from looking on the phone, it looks like he just does something and he drops.
The Chick-fil-A manager pulls up.
Right, they're like, hey, you're fired, dude. You can't be fighting people. But I saved a woman and her child. So look, right here, Nick. Separation. Right on that neck, dude.
Yeah, dude, he locked quick. And then just fell. He did the smart thing. Because if he would have held there, he would have got picked up and slammed.
Right. But yeah, and then, the lady, like, he's holding him down, basically making a citizen's arrest. And then the lady whose car it was is like, how dare you? Shame on you.
To the Chick-fil-A guy?
No, to the guy who was trying to break into her car.
Oh, I didn't see the whole video.
Gotcha. But you know what the Chick-fil-A guy said after, like, while being interviewed?
What'd he say?
They're like, thank you for the woman was like, thank you for saving our Nick, you went dark.
I know. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. There we go. All right, now we're good.
So the lady's like, thank you for saving my child and I. And he goes, it's my pleasure.
He runs away like Forrest Gump.
Well, you guys have been to Chick-fil-A, right?
Yeah.
And when you say thank you, they're like, my pleasure. And so, like, it's just funny how indoctrinated, how imprinted in his mind he has to be.
My pleasure is, yeah.
He's programmed.
He's programmed is what I'm saying.
They are very fast workers. And I get my
that sandwich do be hitting though.
I get my meal right every time. Perfect.
Yeah,
honestly.
no, straight up.
I can't lie.
I go
really
for the spicy chicken deluxe with a large fry and a large lemonade. And you know what? Go ahead and add a mac and cheese in there. And if I'm really hungry and I'm feeling dirty, I'll even get a little 8-piece nugget too. Don't fuck with me.
Ooh, big boy.
So I'm talking about a sandwich, large fry, large lemonade, a macaroni and cheese, and chicken nuggets. And that's about $25 right there.
I'm glad you spent $25 to just be greatness.
That honestly sounds like a meal of greatness.
Truly.
Indeed.
And do you take that to the? You just take that to the dome? You just eat the whole thing
straight to the neck.
It's like the cartoons where he just like pours it in.
Right. Do that again.
Bro, you know what he looks like? You know in Mario where there's like the two blocks that are on top of each other and they're like spiky and they like look evil, and then they're like in Bowser's thing, his like it looks like that. You know what I'm saying? And it drops on you.
Wow.
Pull one of those up. You need to pull one of those up. See if you can find it.
Keep talking while I find it.
I've never actually played Mario.
Dude, Mario,
I
that was my first,
but the original Mario I've never played.
That was my first ever real, like, first console was the GameCube. And I just, like, had 90% of the games I had were Mario games. Like, Mario Kart, Mario Party. Mario Party was my first game on that thing. That Mario Party was amazing. I love Mario Party.
Nick, I'll say this. when you die in Mario and it's like that sound, I died so much that it started to genuinely piss me off. You know what I'm
It's
saying?
because when you hear that, it equals pain. You're like,
Right.
shit. You know what I mean? It's
Right.
like when you wake up and it's the alarm. You know what I mean? And you hear that and you're like, fuck. Like, no.
I know. Alarms are so irritating. Like,
Yeah, they are.
why can't you just wake me up peacefully? Like, give me a shoulder
Yeah.
rub or something.
Yeah, literally. Why can't my like spirit guide just be like, hey, it's time to get up? I'm just like, all right.
Nick, do you see anything that resembles
Right there. No. Oh, you missed
Naked?
it. No, go down. Yeah, go down.
I think I know. Right
that. Right there to the left. Down.
Yes.
Yes. So do that again.
I see it, bro. That's dope.
His name's Thwomp. That's kind of badass. Thwomp.
Change your Twitter
Maybe
name.
that should be the totem you make at Spunfest is put a thwomp and put lights
that
around
is
it.
dirty.
That would be
And
cool.
they'll be like, oh my god, nice thwomp.
They're like,
we're Camp Thwomp.
I could totally see some girls hollering at Ryan and being like, I love your thwomp, and he's like, thanks, girl, I like that. You know what I mean?
I would not say it like that. I'd be like,
Yeah,
thanks.
Thank you. Right? Have a helmet on.
Drool. Thwomp. Nice thwomp, dude.
Nice thwomp.
Nice thwomp. Get out me,
dude, we gotta make
yes! The thwomp puns begin. Nick, you got a thwomp pun?
thwomp.
Don't thwomp. Believe in me.
Yo, that bitch got that thwomp puss.
She has a thwompa.
Thwomp puss.
Oh, man. Thwompa. Sucker.
So where's CeeLo Green at nowadays?
I don't know. Probably
You guys know CeeLo Green, right?
Yeah,
if anything, he should have been on what's that game show where they sing?
American
Idol.
No, the other one.
The Voice.
America's Got Talent.
The voice. I feel like he would turn around and be like, you know what I mean? Like just big and chubby. I wonder
out of all of those like singing shows, what's the most like accredited? Like, what's like the show? Like, you win this show, and you're like,
well, it was American Idol.
Well, the thing was, it really? You think American Idol?
Yeah, Kelly
that
Clarkson
was huge, dude.
Yeah,
American Idol.
Yeah, it was big.
Huge before, before like all these other things came along.
Well, the thing is that this is the thing. At such a young age, that's what I watched with my mom, but I didn't realize the height at which it was at that time. You know what I mean? So now now I see all these shows. I'm like, okay, which one is the best? You know what I mean?
Wow. So American Idol started June 11th of 2002, and I think it's still on today. Yeah.
What's up, bro?
But
what's going on?
Logatron!
Good to see you. Good to see you, bro. Hell yeah.
Logan, come fuck with me in the room.
Yeah, we're doing the podcast. Hey, everybody, really quick. This is our roommate Logan.
It's Logatron.
He's gonna go tackle him. So he just came back from Europe, and he happened to be in London just at the time that the Queen died, and so he got to see like the King.
What's up, man?
You know, getting indoctrinated in the King or whatever you call it.
Is there any correlation between him
we're gonna
being
kick it
in?
here in a minute.
How long has? So, is there any correlation between Logan being in England and the Queen dying after 96 years? Huh?
Yeah, do you take the Queen out, bro?
No, the thing is she's been dead for a long time.
Right.
They've just been hiding it.
Yeah, he's 18 and she's 97?
Dude, that's an easy fight, dude. He could fuck that bitch up.
He would
her. Yeah, he could totally beat her ass, right? Yeah.
No doubt about it.
What is he gonna do? Punch dirt? Sorry, dark.
Yes. Really? Dude.
But,
this man is about to give me a rum chocolate truffle from Europe.
Yes.
I love it, boys. All right, we've got some viewers here.
Some viewers.
I mean, people probably watching this,
Yeah.
but we're kind of
Joey
just
wants one.
having conversations other than this one.
All right, man. So, if you had to pick,
Oh my god.
oh, my truffle's here.
Wow. No,
Yes.
Joe. Joe, you have to just take a bite now.
That was a deep sniff, son.
Bro.
Yeah.
This is insane.
Wow, he ate the whole thing in
This.
one bite. You're supposed to fucking. Actually, you eat how you eat. I mean, that explains a lot.
Oh wow. You
That
prick.
little bitch.
Your daddy. Anyways,
Wow.
yeah, I do
Supposed
taste
to
the rum.
savor it.
I love chocolate. It's like
Savor these
if I
nuts.
could choose one food and it'd be like a healthy food I could survive on, and it could only be one food, it'd be chocolate or sushi. One of those two things. But you know.
Them are
Ooh,
the
what
two
about-
most unrealistic things you could survive on.
What
I
about,
know, well,
what
I'm
about
saying if-
chocolate sushi?
It's oh my gosh, dude. I wonder if there no
It's not
fish.
real.
No,
I'm
it's not.
kidding. That
not
sounds
real.
disgusting.
Carlos actually has made fruit sushi before.
Fruit sushi. Yeah, that sounds realistic.
He's kind of the man. Shout out to Los if he ever watches us.
He's
so
sitting.
yeah,
in,
guys.
he's sitting in his room like, oh my god, they shouted me out.
Guys, we're getting close. Spunfest is getting real close, man. Come on,
Dude,
who's ready for
I'm
that?
flying
obviously we're ready.
to Ohio on Sunday, man. I'm so excited.
Yeah, bro.
You don't
I
sound
am, like,
excited,
dude. I can't even put
You
into
just
words.
hear
like,
him every day.
I
Yeah.
know that, but right in this moment, he's like, I'm flying to Ohio.
So
excited.
yeah,
I'm
you're
like-
so
But no, I just booked my
Such a
flight too,
bastard.
man. I'm really excited too. I can't wait. I've kind of been like, since we did experience the first Spunfest ever, and that was certainly a great time. It was an experience for sure. I'm trying, for some reason, something in my mind tells me like something in my mind keeps replaying those memories I have. And I'm like, I need to let go of that. Not that they're necessarily bad, but this is going to be a whole new experience. This is going to be completely new. And I just need to be open to all of these different experiences without basically expecting anything from my past experience. You know what I mean? That was years ago that we went,
Yeah, 2 years ago. Yeah, dude,
man. But at
honestly,
the end of the day, it's gonna be fun, bro. And
It's-
just think about it like that. We're older now. We have a stronger bond now. You know what I mean? So it's gonna be a lot
No
more.
doubt.
We can let loose, have fun. We're gonna be with family. We're gonna be camping. We're gonna be back home.
Dude,
Yeah,
we're gonna be back home. We should really somehow really prioritize like camping, like the food that we eat though. What if we eat like really good, like grill out, like
We are.
somehow. We are?
dude, we're gonna
Yeah,
we're gonna make good food. I'm bringing like this really good turkey for turkey sandwiches. It's like shredded turkey, right? So you can like just heat it up in a little pot, and then you can take buns and put them on, and then like they'll toast. You know what I mean? And just like those little sandwiches that we can make, and then I'm sure that the people will make like burgers and hot dogs and stuff. You know what I mean?
My
Like
uncle's
all that
bringing a
type
flat top,
Nice,
Yep.
dude.
so
Yep.
it's going
Dude,
down.
The thing is though, like just being around like all of the people that we love so much, and just like being in that environment and just like doing and just being our authentic selves, it's just like I'm so excited to get like that. You know what I mean? Like I love getting like that, bro.
Me too.
it's gonna be
And
great.
did we decide if we should bring a tent or what? Should we bring a tent?
I have a tent.
If you guys want your own private tent, which is totally understandable because you guys are gonna be don't wink. We're
My
not.
bad.
We're not.
I shouldn't have winked.
That was Don't do that again. But we're I mean, you're gonna be in a different state of mind. AKA amplified. And you're gonna want to be like with Selena at certain times, and you're gonna want to tell her certain things. You know what I mean? Like
Right, probably. I mean, I've had a
maybe-
lot of life-changing like epiphanies and like some serious downloads, you know what I mean? Into you know what I mean? Especially like if everything falls into the right places and everything is exactly perfect, I can have these profound, thoughts and stuff and be able to express them no matter what they are, even to you guys, of course. But,
Oh, for sure.
like, um, I don't know. I just think having my own tent would make me feel better just because like I can like be like I am a part of this camp. I have a tent here. I'm covered like I've got a plot
This is
of
my
land.
territory. Yeah,
I've
no,
got a plot of land here and I'm not just bumming it on
Dude,
well,
somebody's
no,
floor.
I feel that too, man. Like I like my own space and shit. You know what I mean? Like I'm down to share a tent with my best friends. You know what I mean? But like just someone who I see every now and then, or just like kick it with so often. Like nah, like
It changes the dynamic. It changes the
yeah.
energy.
But I do understand though, even just having your own tent in general, like straight up, So even if you don't have a significant other or something like that.
No, yeah, for sure.
Indeed, man.
Dude, did you guys see that? Did you guys see that other viral video of the guy? The guy in like they're in like the Target or something, and there's these two women looking at something on the shelves, and this guy comes over and he bends down and he just sniffs this girl's butt and walks away. Like he gets as close as he can and sniffs it and walks away. Dude, it's so crazy.
Oh my goodness.
This man.
Ryan, do you remember that video, Ghetto Deer, the Cranbrook Deer?
No.
From back in like middle school?
Dude, yeah, it's like a top 3 YouTube video ever.
Yeah, dude. No lie. I played it for the top floor yesterday, you know what I mean? Everybody laughed. Good time.
It's like this deer, like this mom deer and this baby deer and this cat, right? And it starts off with the deer, like it starts off with the baby deer laying under this car, and the cat walks up to it, and it's someone narrating it, and the cat's like, "Man, who under this damn car? Yo, damn, shit."
Wait,
yeah, what's up with the number?
No, bro.
And then like the deer is like the baby deer is not saying anything. It's just the cat like pulling up, and then the mom pulls up. And he's like, "Yo, who the fuck is this little cat over here? Think this?" And then like they start.
Oh
like,
wait, okay, never mind. This is you guys are talking about a voiceover. It's actually real animals, and it's a voiceover, correct?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Have you played it? No, don't play it.
Yeah, because I don't know if we could hear it on here.
Right,
Yeah.
exactly.
No, but yeah, check it out. Cranbrook Deer voiceover. Starring
my
mom
God,
deer, baby deer, cat, and dog that gets destroyed
I wonder
by
if
mom
we
deer.
can hear it on here. I'm kind of curious to try because that video is legendary. Do you guys remember the YouTube video, the angry black man at KFC?
The angry black man at KFC.
Yeah.
Look at this. This is at a pet store. Look at it. He's on the prowl. He walks up and he said, "No, I can't. They're leaving. They're leaving." Look at it. He's aggressive now. And we want to look at the turtles. He's like, I'm looking at stuff. What? What?
Wait, what did he do? That's when that was it. That was the sniff.
Yeah, he bent down and sniffed her bum. Look.
Is this iHeartRadio? Not Hollywood Unlocked. Like, where were you locked up at?
Good gravy.
What you sipping in that water? What are you sipping in that water? What are you sipping in that cup, Ryan?
Molly. No, this is.
I wish. Who said that?
This is wine in my nice Yeti cup, and this is water in my water bottle.
Wine and water. Who's this guy? Jesus?
Yeah.
Religion.
Yeah.
So Nick recently just got in some really sweet tapestries with his logo and the wild spunning on it. Nick, care to elaborate?
Dude, I'd like to see them. Do you have them?
Yeah, Joe can hold them up.
Well, I think
if they can, yeah. I mean,
you don't gotta open them. People,
all right,
I'll post them on social media and stuff.
Yeah,
but
these are it, right?
Yeah, I mean, Put my
Oh wow, they
Wild
look
Spun
great.
in.
They look so good.
So great, right? Picture's so perfect.
They look so good.
They came in a nice sealed plastic bag with a Ziploc, and so you could just go zzz, and then open,
Okay.
and then open, and there it is. And they came with these hooks too.
Get
That
Joe
was
money
really
when
cool.
it's coming soon.
Nuh-uh.
But yeah, dude, yeah, get Joe money. We're about to get Joe money
Get
one.
Joe
We gotta
money.
make a more one too.
Coming
We gotta
soon.
make more. You know.
I think we should do that when St. Pete comes. Then that will be official. You know what I mean? We'll put
Yeah.
that in our pod room.
The
I
pod
agree.
room.
I like it.
Dude, I can't wait for the pod room, bro.
The pod room.
Guys, we're gonna have a more sign.
More.
And the first, I was telling Joe, the first thing we're gonna have, the first prop we're gonna have on the desk is gonna be our favorite hot sauce. Tell him, Joe. What is it called?
Man, where's Selena at, man? The Tabasco Sriracha is the best hot sauce I have ever ate in my entire life. If Ryan's gonna get off and show me his collections of hot sauce, 9 times out of 10, I probably won't care. But I'm gonna let my best friend do what he want. You know what I mean? But the Tabasco Sriracha, man, I hope he pulls it up right now because that is the business.
He's like, no, I just had something in my teeth.
Right.
What's up? Oh, yes.
Yeah, we need a couple bottles mailed. We can't find them at our local Publix.
Yeah, seriously,
We just found them at our local Publix. Can you believe it?
That makes us sad.
Yeah,
one of the Publix down here. There's 2 Publix, literally 2 blocks away from each other down here, and the one that's closer never has it, but the one that's farther away from us has it.
Oh, maybe
But it's only a couple. Yeah, I think I will take the trip. I think I usually do. I do take the trip.
Yeah, there ain't no choice. We got to take that trip.
Yeah. But I'll go to this first one sometimes with people, and then I'm like, oh, wait, it's not here. Darn. You know?
Right, and then you're just sad and hungry.
Man, them burgers, we just made some burgers. I just made some burgers. Them, man. Had a little spicy aioli on top, you know what I'm saying? And then had some Swiss cheese, some grilled onions, potatoes with, you guessed it, Tabasco Sriracha.
Oh, well.
Hey, man, we've been making some clapper meals lately. I can't lie to you.
Yeah, straight up.
What, dude? Substitute teacher arrested for paying middle school students $5 to jump their classmate.
Are you serious?
That's awesome, dude. That is some hood ass shit right there. That is awesome. Honestly, I love it.
So we need to see the characters in this.
Okay.
The cast, the teacher, the kid that gets beat up, the kid that takes the bet or the bribe.
You want to see the woman who offered the bribe?
Oh, it was a woman. It wasn't even a male.
Adrena Smith, 24 years old.
Ooh, she looks rough.
These are the people teaching our youth.
A substitute physical education.
Honestly, besides
That's
that,
wild.
you know, topic, like actually though, like our education, like our system, like it is such an absolute joke. Like for real, like what I learned in school, like in high school and even college, you know what I mean? That's not life, you know what I mean? Like people always say nowadays, you know what I mean? Like you don't even get a job in the degree you have, what sense does that make, you know?
Here's the thing is no matter what, even if you do go the 4, 5, 6 years of college, at the end of the day, you still get placed in an entry-level position based on your experience, which you have none when you go to college. Now, and I'm not meaning to toot my own horn, I'm just speaking truthfully. I've been working all different types of jobs since I graduated high school, from grounds maintenance to maintenance on the beach and maintenance and recreation, to bartending, to even float therapy, what I'm doing now. I am rich in experience. I might not have a degree, but I'm rich in experience, and I know how to communicate with people, whether it be a boss or even a customer. You know what I mean? I just have that that experience, which a lot of people who come out of this fantasy land that is college don't have. And I'm not saying college is bad. I'm not saying it can't be good, because I'm sure a lot of people do have fun and they meet people they've made some amazing connections with, they'll talk to you for the rest of their life. But also they're $20,000 in debt now with no experience, and they're 26 years old. You know what I'm saying?
Talk that, Ryan. Talk
I'm
that shit.
I'm 22 and I've been an electrician at one point. You know what I mean?
I think
Shit.
the thing is, though, I think in all of it, like when looking at it, it's really just like for myself, like the route that I chose to take, like traveling and going to these jobs and doing this, like I felt that was best for me for my personal growth. You know what I mean? Like being growth oriented. If you want to be growth oriented, that's the way that I found it. I could grow the most. You know what I mean? And out of those experiences, really, like I didn't understand how much more I would have grown from this situation than the situation I was in before. But I think what it was that I just was doing things that resonated with who I was. And I felt like before I was doing that for other people or for the societal norm, you know what I mean? Rather than what was calling to me inside,
Yeah,
no,
man.
for sure. And the thing is, with this whole scooter situation, now I'm stuck in a rock and a hard place, because, it's like, do I take a loan out for $24,000 and get a brand new car and have to pay it off for the next 6 years? And know that for the next 6 years, a monthly payment has to be made. I mean, that shit scares my fucking dick off. You know what I mean?
Right.
Or do I share a car with my girlfriend or what? This really put me in a predicament. But what I'm saying is that all of the chips are stacked against us to chain us into this system of, you will be reliant on the government. You will work every single day just to live, just to have fun, just to, you know what I mean? You, like me personally, up until this point, I've done exactly what I want to do, and everything I have is because I've earned it. You know what I mean? I haven't taken a loan out. I didn't just borrow that money to just pay it off for the rest of my life. Everything that I own, I completely worked for wholeheartedly. And so right out of the gate, when these students leave high school, they're told, if you don't go to college, you're a failure, you're a nobody, you're doing nothing with your life. You better go into $20,000-$30,000 in debt and do something with your life. When it's like, no, there are so many other routes.
I think that there is there's a stigma around people, and this is just put on us by society. You know what I mean? Like the stigma of, oh, you're not going to college, you're just going to work, well, you're not going to be successful. But the thing is, that's not the truth, because the most successful people in the world, like some of the most successful people, and it seems as if the most successful and the smartest people didn't go to college. Albert Einstein, you know what I mean? I'm pretty sure they said that he was challenged in school.
Mark
they
Zuckerberg.
And
a lot of these people, they create businesses. They are entrepreneurs. You know what I'm saying? And it's just
Steve Jobs. Steve Jobs and Bill Gates, they built their companies in garage. You know what I mean?
Right. And we're all told, you go to college, because they want you in debt. They want you to not be able to do anything but work so you can pay off your monthly debt every single month. I mean, that's what they want. They want us all to be chained to them because we're in debt to them. And if we don't pay them back, they'll take everything we own and they'll fuck us. They'll fuck our lives. And that's basically the kind of entrapment that is happening every single day in America, and maybe other places too. I only can say what I know from my experience in America, but it's like, I told my sister, I said, before you decide if you want to go to college, I mean, really understand if what you're going for is what you want to do. And also, you know what I mean? Like, take a year off, go travel, go to Denmark or something, go somewhere. You have to gain the experience of seeing things from another perspective than you always have your entire life, to be able to understand a lot about how life works and how people come from different places in the world and all of these different things. You know what I mean? So I just told her, I mean, take a year off, just try to go travel and have some meaningful experiences. Go find yourself, understand yourself better through those experiences. And she still went straight to college, but all you can do is try.
Yeah,
I
right.
never
Straight
agree
up.
with you more, Ryan. This past 10 minutes you were talking about everything, bro. Like I felt that like on a real spiritual level, and I just had to say that because I too have worked a lot of different jobs. I worked for landscaping, I worked in a factory, I worked security, I worked
Yeah.
retail, you know, and he's right, like I could talk to somebody in the corporate office, if needed, or I could talk to a customer. It's kind of like, you know, dealing with customer service, right out of high school is kind of like tough a little bit, because you're a young cat, you don't really like authority or listen to adults anyways. So
Hmm.
Mhm.
if they're like, "Hey man, you got this wrong." And they're like, "Hey, you know, treat them with respect. Customer's always right." That's what they nail into your head. So like at 18 years old, you want to keep your job and you want to, do good, show people that you're not not working, and
I think
everybody's
I
off in
think
college and kicking it.
I think that working in the hospitality industry can give people like one really important skill that I think is like one of the most important, if not the most important skill in life is, you're put in situations where you have to talk to people, where you have to connect with people. You know what I mean? You have to develop relationships, outside of the people in the town that you're already in. You know what I mean? And that's when you start to figure out who you attract to, what energies attract you. You know what I mean? Like, I remember when I met Edwin for the first time, in Key Largo at Ocean Reef.
Yeah.
He was the first guy who shouted like at us and was like, "Yo," and like he was one of those people that taught me so much on a spiritual level. You know what I mean? It was like, how is it that the one of the first people we meet, if not the first person, you know what I
It
mean,
was the
was
first person. We're literally
yeah,
moving into our building and he's
yeah,
standing outside and we're just like, "What's up, dude?"
yeah, and so like we love, we're really into that. And, you guys will learn that like over the course of like the episodes in the show, like we'll dive deeper into that. But like, I just knew that. And you know what's so crazy? Like we got to Key Largo on 11/11/2020,
That's
right?
right.
And so, what's crazy is we were supposed to be there on the 9th, but they had a tropical storm that pushed us back 2 days.
Yeah.
And we got there on 11/11/2020. It's just like things like that. I mean, everyone believes in what they believe in, you know what I mean? But synchronicities, and then me meeting him on that spiritual level, it felt like I was making the right decision, you know what I mean? And I was with my best friend, and then Joe ended up coming down, you know what I mean? And now here we are, you know what I mean, doing our
The
thing. So it's
the
like,
best, I can say this in full confidence. The best thing I ever did was 18 years old, just out of high school, working at Taco Bell. The best thing I did was look around me and realize, oh shit, everyone's moving on. Everyone's going to college and creating experiences and bonds with people. And I'm fucking working at Taco Bell. And that's when I found coolworks.com, which I'll share the screen here for everyone listening, wondering how we got to work in places like Colorado, Key Largo, Florida, Key West, all over the world. You can do all of these things. They are within your reach. You have to just ask. It literally, you can have anything you want if you just ask and do the proper research. So
yeah,
coolworks.com, find a job, states, they have a job in every single state. Look, Alabama, Alaska, Arizona, California, all that stuff. We learned how to sing the 50 states, but look at this, guys. I mean, every single state. Let's look here in
Everywhere.
fucking New Hampshire. Let's see what they've got at the Appalachian Mountain Club. An outdoor job.
and I think a really good thing about these jobs too, and especially coming out of high school, is like you work these outdoor jobs and like you work with people in hospitality. So it's like you really develop a connection to the world. You know what I mean? Like to the outdoors and to the your fellow human, and then the animals and around you and things. You learn to grow an
Yeah.
appreciation.
And I mean, and back to what I was saying is like, I've gained so much experience in meeting people and talking to people from all over the United States who also do this seasonal work where they travel and they do different things, and it completely changed my life, and I can't speak on it more. I mean, I met my beautiful girlfriend this way. I've been able to bring my two best friends out of my three best friends. Let's include Jacob Church in there. I've been able to bring all of my three best friends out of our small town of Ohio, where if none of this would have happened, we'd probably be doing all the same shit that everyone else is doing at home right now. Fucking
Chain reaction.
Yeah,
You
and
know,
I'm not speaking down on any of the people still in our hometown. I mean, if that's what you want to do, then that's great. And if you're happy, hey, who's to say anything
It's my
else?
nut.
right? Absolutely, yes.
But I'm so
I want to go back to like the school and education thing because it's like I never once heard about any of this kind of thing from any
no,
of my teachers,
they
from
don't
any of
tell
No,
you
my
this is the
counselors, for
best thing
any.
I've ever done.
because
Yeah, like
they want you to get stuck in the system. They want you to continue buying into the system in which that the
and the
America has
thing
been
is,
founded on.
and the thing is too, they're always like, oh, you don't want to take years off because then if you forget things, you might forget things. It's like, well, that's it. Like, okay, if there's any truth to that, maybe, but like from my experience, like there's been a couple of semesters where I've been taking classes and like I get back into it, and everyone's different, obviously, but like I can get back into it, and like once you're in it, you're in it. You know what I mean?
And the same shit you're
Um,
learning in high school isn't even the same shit you've got to know in college. You know what I mean?
and the thing is too,
Uh,
like what I do is I take online school and I do this. You know what I mean? So like you can take classes, just a couple of classes, even in the summer. You know what I mean? So you're just consistently taking classes, getting it over with as you're traveling and as you're making these experiences and working these jobs with people. And I think that yeah, it's really a great tool for people to use to learn more about themselves. Like and be more self aware.
Another thing
100%.
about high school as well, like high school doesn't teach you about real life shit. Like they don't teach you like, for example, like how to change a tire on the car. They don't teach you how to like build your credit. They don't teach you how to, go buy a car. Real
Do
life
you,
shit.
Joe? Do you know why all of those things? That's not just a coincidence. Those are done by design. If you teach people how to be independent and think for themselves, those don't make good workers who just do what they're told and don't ask any questions. That's what they want America to be. America is not even a country; it's a corporation. This is a factory. America is a factory, and it's all about the money. And if you can develop and create from the time they are, how old is a first grader? I don't know,
6.
like
Like
six.
six, yeah,
From the
5 or
time they're
6.
6 years old, if you can indoctrinate them and tell them that they should do what they're told, listen to the authorities, don't ask questions for 12 plus years, then by the time they go out into the real world, all they know is somebody needs to tell me what to do and I don't ask questions. You know what I mean? And that's what
Right.
creates good workers who don't ask
Wow,
questions
yeah.
and do what they're told. That's all done by design. I mean, that's what America wants. They want people to shut up and do what you're told and keep
Dude,
making us money.
another level to this, like I feel like is like think about the Matrix, right? So like you have your Agent Smiths, right? So your Agent Smiths of the world are keeping people in that mindset and in that controlled state. And so by breaking, like where that's the simulation, you know what I mean? That's like the reoccurrence of the same events, like on and on and on. You know what I mean? Just different.
Yeah,
I don't know how to explain it in that level, but like you know what I'm saying, and
I
then
do.
by us like stepping out of that simulation and like being proactive to like what we want to do and our own intentions and our own aspirations and gifts and abilities that we have instead of reacting to things that are going on, because like the thing is like a lot of the things that we deal with and like that we feel like first of all aren't real, or two, it's all about perception. You know what I mean? Like it's all about looking at it from a different angle or asking better questions. You know what I mean? So it's like
Yeah,
Ryan, for your car, for example, it's like, okay, are you looking at getting cars in Port Clinton? Could you find, is it cheaper to possibly get something in hometown and drive it down versus getting
yeah.
something near Boca? Like
Or
where can
drive
you get it?
together.
Is there anybody that's selling a car that you know of? You know what I mean? If you're driving down the street and it says car for sale, $1,000, you know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah,
anything, it's just about asking the right questions. You know what I mean? Like how can I versus, oh, this is why I can't. You know what I
that's
mean?
right. I love that way of thinking. Truly, I love that you bring that up because um, it's just like with communicating with people. There's more than one way to say something. You know what I mean? Say you're trying to convince someone to try your favorite food, which is a meat lover's pizza. I would say to you guys, instead of being like, you guys got to try this meat lover's pizza. I love it so much. And if you don't, we can't be friends. Like saying that, you know what I mean? Like just forcing someone to try it, instead being like, dude, look at this pizza. It's got everything we love, from bacon, sausage. The cheese is just right on it. And there's just enough sauce, dude. It's perfect. It tastes so good. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Doesn't that, you want to try that more than when I'm like, eat it. And if you don't, I'll be upset. You know what I mean?
Right.
agree.
Yes.
It's
There's
a
more than
persuasion thing.
yeah, there's more than one way to say things, and that goes along with there's more than one way to think and to ask yourself the questions. Is I'm just basically saying I totally agree with you, Nick, on that. There is you have to change your pattern in which the way you think to be able to
Yep.
get different results. If you're always tired, depressed, and sad, then why do you expect anything different when you're only thinking tired, depressing, sad thoughts?
Right. Absolutely. You're right. Yes. And God, I was just thinking of a point I was going to make in regards to this. Um, anyways, man, it'll come back to me. But yeah. Oh, was it. I figured it out. So this is like taking that possibly and relating it to this other idea. And so your brain, right, does not know the difference between a thought, you know what I mean? Like, and reality, you know what I mean?
Mm,
So like, think of it this way, like virtual reality, right? So like if you put that on and you play the games, then you could be falling, right? Like off a tower in the game and you can feel that in your
yeah,
stomach.
yeah.
You can feel your legs brace for it. You know what I mean? So that is the same thing with your thoughts and your mind, the things you envision. You know what I mean? It's like, and it's like we all go through these daydreams and these like overthinking processes, whether that's a bad or a good thing in a sense of which it makes us feel, you know what I mean? Like going on those like subconscious, like daydreaming tangents takes us out of the present moment, which therefore, takes us out of consciousness, and that's how you get out of the simulation, you know what I mean? Is by waking up, you know what I mean? Being present, taking action. And so by envisioning things like perception wise, like, and thinking about how that makes you feel, you'll end up feeling that way because of the way you're envisioning it.
Yeah, and you control your reality through your thoughts. You know what I mean? Just like
Yeah.
I was mentioning earlier, if you think positive, good, happy thoughts, then that is what your reality will be filled with. You know what I mean? You'll walk out
Yeah.
your door expecting to see happy, peaceful, bright thoughts instead of walking out thinking, oh, I'm a victim. I'm going to be hurt. Someone's going to attack me. Then you're attracting that energy, and potentially that could be true,
Yes.
And also, one last thing on controlling your reality through your thoughts. Your thoughts even have enough power to control your physical appearance. So that's why when you see some older people and they're like, look at my face right now. You see how the line's just basically straight across? Like older people, they have like where they're permanently frowning. That's not because they're forcing their mouth to do that. That's because through their thoughts, all the negative and bad stuff that they're constantly being polluted with upstairs, it's reflecting on their face and through their physical appearance. So if you're someone who loves life and is smiling and is speaking good things into the world, you're going to be a naturally gorgeous, beautiful, handsome person. You know what I mean? Because
Yeah.
you are emitting that energy. And if you're dark, decrepit, and scared and fearful, then that's going to reflect in your appearance, and you're going to be an ugly fuck. So why don't you go ahead and change your thinking into positivity, brightness, and love, and be attractive like the people
You
who
can
love that shit.
Yeah, everyone can be their full beautiful self to themselves, you know what I mean? Just accepting who you are and then doing the best you can to enhance who you are, grow yourself,
Yeah, grow yourself.
evolve, grow yourself,
grow yourself.
develop, evolve. Dude, I think that, okay, if there was one thing that I could change with the education system, right, is to teach people about the present moment. And the thing is, that's another thing that ties into the education is religion. You know what I mean? Like every single school, you know what I mean? Really Catholicism, it feels like, is, and Christianity is the dominant religion, you know what I mean? And the Bible and everything in it, you know what I mean? And it's all, and from what my perspective is, and from what I've learned and everything, is like it's so construed, you know what I mean? Like it's things that mean other things but are believed to be literal things,
Right.
you know what I mean? And I think that there's very valuable things in those teachings that align with the actual present moment, you know what I mean, and how to live, and I think that, I don't know, I think that from my perspective and what I believe is that all religions across the board come all the way back to this source energy, this God, and just like aligning yourself with that, that is how, in a sense, you're supposed to live.
I like it.
Yeah, and I think
And the point is by teaching the kids about present moment and like meditation, you know what I mean, and gratitude, you know what I mean, and giving, you know, like, and really implementing those things. I think that it could just like make a huge, tremendous consciousness shift in our world. But that's the thing; it'll never happen because of, you know, the people in power, like you
well,
say. You know what
not
I
to
mean?
say it'll never happen because we want love and light to win. And right now,
Yes.
I think there's a race between the Great Reset and the Great Awakening, and it's good and evil right now. And I mean, there's a lot happening, you know, with not only our country but the whole entire world. But there's
Mhm.
also a huge number of people who are awakening, and a number of people who are realizing a lot of different things about what's going on here
Yep.
and where they should go from there. I mean, COVID was a huge thing for it. It was like this: either people went deeper into the rabbit hole of do what you're told and listen and don't ask questions, or people were like, oh shit, like this is fucked up, you know what I mean? And people came out of it. So it, I mean, that if that was their plan, if they did COVID for a reason and that was their plan, you know, they, for as many people who went deeper and are still wearing their masks today, there's even or more people who came out of it like, oh,
Mhm.
we're not supposed to trust these evil fucks, these people who are don't care about our health, they don't worry about
And
my
the
well-being.
And the thing is, like, I do like that doesn't take people did lose their lives from COVID, but at the same time during that, like, they had their own agenda of the other, they had their own separate agenda as to what that would do. You know what I mean? Like subconsciously and like psychologically to all of our beings, you know? And so like yes, people did die and people were hurt, but at the same time, like that caused a whole, like you said, like either people were like awake or they went deeper down, you know? And I felt that COVID, it changed our perspective because like we were like it was like living, it was living in a different world, but at the same time, like for us, like in like the job that we worked, like the jobs we worked and like the people who we hung out with, it felt like life wasn't really different for us, you know what I mean? But at the same time, like I just remember that period of time when I was like coming over to your house and we were like playing golf all the time and stuff. Like that's when like it was going on and we were like, huh, what can we do? Well, how, okay, I'm on my computer at school. Like I'm taking classes on my computer. Like, what can I go do? You know what I mean? You're like, oh, I don't want to work pizza anymore. Like I want to go travel again, you know? And that's when it all changed, you know?
Yeah.
There's
And
there's always a way, you know what I mean? There's always a way. And that's the thing with it's like even during COVID, we were able to find a way to travel and to live and to do great things and have a great experiences. And you know, obviously, like I said, people got sick from COVID, and there's people that were greatly affected by the disease itself. But like for us, like we are grateful enough to not have been affected by that personally, and like by just going for it and taking action, even in terrible circumstances, we were able to figure out a way to do it.
no doubt, brother. No doubt. You couldn't have said it any better. And I don't want to leave it on COVID. I don't want to leave the episode on COVID.
COVID's in the past, anyways. I just
Yeah,
like
that's
it
COVID
was just
19.
like
It's
having the food
2022
in me.
now.
Yeah,
What'd you say, Joe?
it was just like having the food in me. It wasn't like nothing
Yeah.
crazy. Like I don't understand how there wasn't a worldwide pandemic for like AIDS, but you know, there's or gonorrhea or you know syphilis or
Like
anything crazy
just
like
like
that.
the decisions
Herpes.
that the government made during those were different from the decisions we made now, and I think that's because of social media and like the widespread information and knowledge, because I think that in a sense maybe the people in power, well, I don't know, I'm forgetting where this thought is going,
I don't
but
know.
I don't know, it's fucked. Let's just, yeah,
We're
let's
in the
move on to
first
something else.
quarter of some
Okay.
football right now that we're missing.
All right,
You
Yes.
boys.
guys know
This
that.
has been the More podcast. Blessings from all of us. Well, just me. I don't know if they're giving you blessings, but listen, thank you for making it this far in the video. Like, comment, subscribe if you like what we got going on here. We
Oh,
appreciate
no.
all the support. And thank you very much for listening. This is More.
This is more.
This is
Love you
Mo.
guys. Thank you. Namaste.